Hello everybody, this is Amy from Manic Yarn, and today we are going to do a video on how to felt an eyeball using needle felting. So I'm just putting together the things that I'm going to need in order to do this. First we need some felting needles. I'm going to use some white fuzz for the white of the eye. I'm going to use the gold for the gold part of the eye, and then I am needing black. I don't have any black fuzz, so I'm going to show you a real quick way to get a little bit of black fuzz. I don't need a ton, so it shouldn't be too bad. Just for your own purposes, getting the black fuzz already made as like a wool is fantastic and awesome when it comes like this, but I'm never prepared ahead of time, so I thought maybe I'd show you what to do when you're like me and you're missing maybe the one most important thing in your universe. I have a lot of hacks for that in everything in my daily life. So we have the fuzz. This is some fuzz that I brushed out from actually when I was making Baby Gremlin. I had a ton of white and brown fluff. So I just went ahead and saved that because I figure, hey, someday I'm going to need definitely white and probably brown. So that's some I brushed out when I did like a loop stitch toy. And this is what you get when you get the little packets from Amazon. It'll show like a ton of different colors. This is how they come. And then also I got all of this plus felting needles and a handle and this handy dandy guy, which I highly recommend. It's like a leather finger protector. I always forget to use it, so actually let's put that there. So you can get the whole kit for like 12 bucks if you like look around for a minute, and you can get it with Prime and it will come super fast, and everything is there. It even comes with the little snippers and a case to hold all your little felting things. However, super cheap felting needles are amazing for learning how to felt because you haven't put a lot of money into it. You don't have to worry about, wasting it if you don't like it. I never met anyone who didn't. Also, no fingernail here because I'm going to be putting that in there. And these are so fake. Okay, so anyway, look, they're pretty. Here's the felting needles. I love these. I went to Purple Moose Felting. They actually don't know I'm like promoting their product. I guess I should probably tell them because their stuff is amazing. But they come with a guide. I like the triangle needles. Those are the most popular for me. I do like the star needle. Basically, if you just get triangle needles, you're good to go. Don't worry too much about all of it. But if you get this, you can try them all out and see which things you like the most. They're color coded. Here they are. There's like all of these. And I didn't pay very much. They actually had a buy one, get one free. So it was a super good deal. But I can tell you, I've had these and used them on numerous projects. And I've had them for over, I don't even know, a year, 2 years, a long time. And I have only broken one ever, I think. If you get those cheapos on Amazon, they're going to break a lot. On the plus side, you'll get a bunch of them, but they also aren't as nice for going into your fabric. I don't feel like they're as smooth. So here I'm going to use, to do the big stuff, I like to use a 36 gauge. You can switch up to a 38 or a 40. The bigger the number, the smaller the needle. But start with this guy just to get everything kind of in place. You can see it is, you can almost see like the flat sides to it that make it a triangle. See it reflecting? Okay, so that's what you got. So we're going to use this guy to do the project. And I usually just have him sitting right here. But first I need to make a little bit of fuzz. So let's do that super quick. Get these out of the way. And am I selflessly promoting Seraphim Dragon? Of course I am. That thing ate a half a year of my life, and it's gorgeous. And I tend to forget where my video is videoing from, so this is my placemat now. I'm one of those. I'm a real girl. I'm nothing fancy. I tell it like it is, and I live in the real world, so this is the type of thing I need to do to know where I am. Which then is even kind of debatable, but to do this, I'm using the, okay, I'm not getting off to a very good start. I'm using my finger to hold it, which it might change because it's really slippery, I'm finding. I just thought it might help me. Yeah, it's gonna help me. Hold on a second. I'm brushing, but I'm also like moving everything in the universe, so just brushing. I did make, I made like a wind around my hand thing and tied it really tight, so there goes the thing. See, that's why I'm always hurting myself. Brushing the crap out of just the tips of it here. Brush. That's not really exciting, is it? But this is magic because you can snip off these little pieces and use them, but here is where the real magic is. Boom. Look at that. Just as fuzzy and gorgeous as you could ever ask for. With a tad, must have done something white before that, but there it is. So we got this guy, we got some of this. I don't need this whole pack, so what I'm going to do is just pull out a little bit. I'm going to pull this out of here, find a chunk. Probably don't need this much, but really in this situation more is better because everything shrinks. You know, you're poking this stuff into your basic animal, and the way it works is the fibers get locked into each other. These fibers get locked into the animal to the point that they are one with the fabric, hopefully. I mean, that's the plan. There. So as that process happens, of course, it's going inside the fabric. You're going to lose some of your bulk right away. For me, it's nice because you can plan out your area kind of big. I'm just going to keep some of this a little fuzzy too. You can plan out your area big, and you can go from there. So it's going to shrink as you go. So bigger is better. Today, we're going to felt Edgar the Eagle. How cool is this guy? OMG. I love him. I love him. So here's the side of his face. The first thing I want to do is, really I can use anything to do this, so I might just use like a piece of yarn. Mark off the section where his eye goes, which for this guy, I want it to be like right off from this edge here and about 2 stitches back. So get your pins out. Whoops, you're gonna need scissors and pins, guys. Forgot about that. Get your pin out. They kind of have a, like, I'm gonna want the top of the eye to angle, and then I want that a little more straight, because that's what eagle eyes look like. You can decide to put whatever kind of eye you like on there. So here I just took one strand. It's kind of fuzzy. I like using this for an outline, or you can just use the fuzz. This works super good for me usually. Alright, so I'm gonna put that on there, see what I think. I'm looking at it and I'm thinking I want this higher up. This part here should be higher up, a couple stitches back. I want the eye like more centered, a little higher up. And don't worry if your stuff isn't perfect. Or do if you're me, because it's like, how will I know? If it was me just doing this by myself, I would probably not do much of this pinning. I just start poking it in there and see what's going on. So here's an eye. All right. I'm going to start with this for my outline. I'm actually, excuse me, I'm going to need it a little rounder than this, but that's okay. I'll just do that. The important part is I want the top just a little flatter. So as you can see, this looks huge, and I'm just going to go ahead and start poking where I think it should be. And the first thing you want to do is just to like poke a few pokes and to get a shape. And then you can get these needles out of the way. So I just want to sort of spread it out. So much easier just to get a shape going like this. And then needles gone. Out of the way. Now, do I want this to go there? Not really. So look at this. I can just pull that out real quick. I can get the look that I want before I commit to anything. And I'm kind of liking the way that is, so I'm gonna leave these ends for now till I'm all done, because I can fold them back around and use them later to spiff up these edges, which I can keep adding and adjusting until I like exactly the way it looks. All right, so this outline, this is not 100% secured. It's just there for me, and I love it. I think it's great. So there's my outline. That's how big my eye is going to be. It's over, a few stitches this way. It's a couple stitches back from the upper corner of the beak here. And it's 1, 2, just around 3, 2.5, 3 rows tall. That's what I got for the eyeball. A little bit straighter on the top, a little bit more curved on the bottom. And then I pretty much always make these little pointy edges because that's how I like it. All right, so now we add the middle stuff. For this, I just need some of this stuff. And just add a little at a time, because you can keep adding. But I want to fill in, just like you're coloring with this needle. I want to fill it in where I want it to be, and then I'm just going to poke the goodness out of it so as not to offend anyone. What the heck? I'm going to poke the hell out of it. So here is this. Now, I don't have to concentrate on the very center of this is going to be black. It doesn't matter if I get some in the middle, but I don't really need to totally concentrate on that section. I'm just going to work from the outside in to get my stuff. And you can like use your needle like this. Just kind of, put everything where it goes with the tip gently, so gently, guys. All right. You can kind of tease it, but don't do anything harsh. Don't, bend the needle like that. Believe me, I was not pushing hard when I did that. Love your needles. They do not like to be manhandled. Make sure you're going directly in whatever direction you're going, commit to it. You're going to go straight in, or you can go from the side if you have something you want to just poke into place. You can go from the side that way. Maybe if I want this out a little farther, I can go from the side. But do not bend as you poke. Commit to your angle and just go where you want. So in the interest of time, you would just keep going around till you get the stuff where you kind of like it, and then gently, I like to use just a couple fingers here. Here, this will work good. No, this will work better. It's funny how you don't really pay attention to what you do until you have to tell somebody what you're doing. Doesn't matter where I poke, just get it poked in there. Then come back and be, is that all there? Yeah, that's pretty good, except right here maybe I want to add a little more. And I'll probably go around this a couple of times just to fill it all in, make it look, smooth and nice, like it's real. We'll go all around the edge when I'm done with a little strand so that it's real smooth. Like I might take this piece and come back around so that it's real smooth like that. Now, once I'm done, I know where everything is. It's going to give me a nice edge. I might want to pull it out, pull it up to the side a little, or even, this is where you come in because you're going to decide, but even add a little in this corner here. Get the eye to round, your eyeballs round, but then you're going to have this little cute corner that's going to add some depth to it. All right, so then we want to do a pupil. I'll have to go back and do more everywhere here, but the way I like to do a pupil, get a blob of yarn, poking these little things in there, not so hard, but I use a huge blob, and I poke in the exact middle, and then I might take my needle and just kind of put that all where I want. Uh-oh, we got dogs. We got barking. There. Poke that in there like that. There, how cool is that, right? And then I'll just keep going and poke the heck out of that. Now the main thing is I want to remember to have the same area around where my eyeball is so that it looks even. Then when you're all finished with that, you can decide to go back and maybe put, use some white or another color to put a little highlight up in the eye, maybe a highlight up in the pupil, or whatever you want to do. This is where you can get creative, and you can see how to kind of put this eye together. And then, from this point on, there's tons of poking, maybe adding a little more, but I think you guys can handle that. I like to get this pupil really situated before I just poke the heck out of it, but I also want to build up my my eye around that first. So that's how we do it. For these ends here, you're just going to end up, when you're all done with wherever they're going to be, just poke your ends in real well. Go around, make sure you don't have any fuzzes. If you find them, poke them in. But here we go. We've got an eagle eye, and hopefully it's not in a stupid place, but it's hard to tell with the video, so yeah, I like it. It's good. Another thing you can do that somebody had talked about is, might want to, this is what my white is for. You can put a little white around the very corner in there, if you want to make it more realistic. And you can also poke in, make yourself a little eyebrow. You know, have fun with it. Give them some character. See that? Then you just keep adding, put this in where you want it, and then add to the top. You're going to poke all this in, it'll be kind of flat. Then you lay another layer, then you poke all that in. You can poke in from the side, just keep going till you have a nice little eagle eyebrow or eye crest, whatever you want to call it. Almost forgot that part, but yeah, we're going to do that too. All right. Another thing felting is really good for is just to cover up areas that you think look stupid, or to add a little fuzz here and there. Felting paw pads, making like a fuzzy spot over the nose of a kid's toy that they can pet that feels really soft. So many things. So thank you guys for watching. I'm going to let you all go. Again, this is Amy from Manic Yarn. You can find me pretty much everywhere on social media. We got YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest. My patterns are available for purchase on Ravelry and also on Etsy under the name Manic Yarn. In case you didn't know, right now I've got Manic Yarn for Life, which is a lifetime membership to my work. You will get every pattern I ever make, everyone that's been made, everyone that's going to be made, for the rest of my natural crocheting days. And I don't plan on that ending anytime soon, but you're going to get like 60 patterns to start with, and then they just keep coming to you automatically in your mailbox on Ravelry. Cost right now, this is June 2020. The cost right now is $25. Seriously, for everything. There's no way you can beat that. If you got the $25, go ahead and go for it. Otherwise, try out a few patterns, see what you think. I am sure you will not be disappointed. I've got something for everybody. This little eagle here, he's adorable. I hope you'll really enjoy him. Anyways, guys, have a great day. Stay classy. Here's some of him. I mean, can you beat that? I love this dude. I love him. So cute. Okay, that's enough. I'm wavering around. Bye-bye now.